Hello everyone, today we will be doing this SQL easy question, combine two tables. So basically we have a table called person where we have three columns, person ID, last name and the first name, where person ID is a primary key in this table, and we have another table which is called address, where address ID is a primary key and person ID is taken from the reference of person ID is taken from the person table which we have seen in above. So city and state column are extra in address table. So what we need to do is we need to write a solution to report the first name and last name. Last name and first name will be taken from the person table, and city and state will be taken from the address table. So if the address of a person ID is not present in the address table, so basically if the person ID, the person which is in person table is not in this table, address table, so we need to keep the null value. Okay, let's take the example so that we can understand it better. So where we have two records in person table, 1 and 2, and here you can see that the first name and the last name is Alan Wang and Bob Ellis. These are two records, and then the address table we have these two data addresses. So here you can see the person 1 address is not present in the address table. Here you can see person 2 address is there, person 3 address is there, but person 1 address is not there. So you can see, so we will have a null value in the city and state. So we need to keep the data, but we will have null value in the city and state because there are no records in the address table. So basically what we need to do, combine these two tables, we need to have a join between these two tables. So what kind of join we need to apply? We need to apply left join because we need all the records from the left table, and we all the records from the left table, but the value which is found in the second table will have the value, and if the value are not present in the second table or in the right table, it will have the null values on those fields. So let's start writing the code. Okay, so we need select. So the fields will be first name, last name, city, and then state. Okay, so what is the table name? And the table is person. Okay, so we'll alias is p. Okay, now join it the second table address. So we will join left join address, we will keep this a. Okay, and on the basis of what we need to join these two tables, we will join these two tables on basis of person ID because person ID is in both the tables, and person ID is primary key in the person table and it is foreign in the second table. Okay, so we will keep the a dot person ID. Here we can see that first name will be taken from the person, so p dot first name, p dot last name, and city and state will be taken from the address table, so we'll a dot. Okay, so let's see what happens. Try to run this code, and here you can see that the person table have these two records, address table has the two records, and output is same as we expected. Okay, so here you can see clearly that we are having null values in the city and state where the record was not present in the address table. Okay, now submit this code, and here we can see that it is accepted. Okay, so here we have learned that left join have all the record from the person table, but will have the record from the right table and will keep the value null the record which are not in the right table. Okay, that's it for the day. Thank you so much.